Hello everyone. The road is full of surprises, from sudden encounters to unexpected fails, and countless other unbelievable moments. Brace yourself for what's ahead. Fasten your seatbelts and let's get it on. The driver has never had to change his plans so quickly before.
Yeah. Where were you?
You're about to get hit.
Man.
Bought the car for the wrong reason.
It wasn't just the crowd of admiring people who were watching him. He's so unlucky that he ended up in not one but two accidents in a single day.
Hey, could you just keep going straight to the freeway?
Yeah.
Alright, yeah, just get on the freeway, don't turn right there. Just keep going straight to the freeway, don't turn.
Yeah.
The driver did his best to stay calm, but he couldn't shake the strange feeling he had. It seemed to him that his passenger was acting suspiciously, and he wasn't wrong.
Oh. What is this?
I don't know. What's going on?
Oh no.
Stand there, please. Oh.
Hands up! Hands up, Rashad! Hands up top of your head! Lock your fingers. Stand up for me, you're fine, you're fine.
I'm not ready.
Alright, you're good, man. Just hang tight here for 1 second.
Yeah, scare me to death. Okay.
The only pity was that the criminal probably wouldn't be wiring him any money for the ride from jail.
Are you okay with us checking your car?
Yeah. No, that's fine. You can check my car. I'm just trying to make a buck. you know?
Alright. We'll come on out. We'll check it real quick, get you on your way.
Yeah.
You got that though.
His driver knows better than anyone what it's like to be in the right place at the right time. A typical day in Eastern Europe. You didn't think circus bears are all sweet and cuddly outside of work, did you?
Look at that. Yeah, I've never seen anything like that.
That's it's car.
While these cars certainly look stunning, they're far from practical in everyday life. Some drivers know that when it comes to road rage, anything can be used as a weapon, even a pint of milk. With just one gesture, the cyclist prevented an accident and saved several lives. Plus 1,000 karma points. The operator watched as the cars desperately tried to maneuver in the tight space and decided to capture the scene on camera, almost as if he sensed this is how it would end.
Well done, Tony. Good reversing. Ooh! Ooh!
Like a thought. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Something like aphidiophobia or arachnophobia, fear of snakes or spiders. Those, have you ever seen?
Place your bets. The contest is about to begin.
Do it. Hit it.
This traffic light signal means get home as soon as possible. This driver was clearly born under a lucky star. He deserves applause, at least for managing to get the car in there. Did you too picture the car with these tyres right away? I hope this kind soul is just offering to help with repairs.
Allah!
Yo no me voy a quedar aquí con este señor.
No, vete de
Y
aquí.
luego la señora.
Why have cameras in cars? So you don't need to risk getting out just to capture those moments. How can you tell that a truck driver is in a great mood? Here's an obvious clue. What usually happens just 5 minutes after you've left the car wash?
Holy cow! Dude just dumped his bike! 1820.
one-way street that way.
One way
way.
street.
One way that way.
It's a one-way street.
See all the cars pointing that way?
Nice one. She just called me a wanker, didn't she?
I wish I could believe in someone as strongly as the driver believes in that rope. The funniest part is that a TV would fit easily inside. Let's consider this karma for littering in an inappropriate place.
Where the Scott? Get Scott out here.
More than an hour until crews could remove it, and now state police trying to figure out how that big rig took the sign out. Desiree Montilla joining us.
All the drivers let out a sigh of relief at that moment, especially him. This Audi is a perfect example of confidence. If it looks stupid but works, it's not stupid.
Talia din pazzo che sta facendo. Ma è in bar, sta scassando senza macchina, sti ci va ubriaco. E poi dicono, ma come può succedere minchiate? Perché sto?
I've never been so envious of someone else's carefree attitude. Forget horsepower, this car runs on the strength of a single stout man.
I think I'm going to be self-insured only for the building. I've got public liability in that. I'd love you to look at that.
Oh! No way!
Sorry,
Oh my God!
I'm on Parramatta Road.
Oh my God!
I'm watching this. I'm with my colleagues. I'm watching the whole. There's this
No
tow truck.
way!
The whole.
This is how the driver found out that his car is amphibious. It's nice that someone has the perfect soundtrack for the moment. Imagine the look on the street cleaners' faces when they saw what they had to clean up. I don't know anyone who'd say no to riding along with them.
2 lines hooked up to the Audi. Mine has some tension on it already. We're gonna see if we can bring it up like that. More than likely, yeah. And then we're gonna be installing a safety line. And we'll be pulling it out soon, so we'll see. All right, reverse it all the way. It's out.
No, tremendo. Tremendo lo que acaba de pasar. No, no. No, tremendo.
He scatters sand to prevent others from skidding on the road. but no one does the same for him. What The Matrix does right after you say, "I haven't seen a tow truck in a while." It all depends on whether he's an optimist or a pessimist. After all, the car is halfway into the trailer. Such a flirt. Before blaming the driver, be honest. Did you notice the sign right away? Only the most daring will drive down this road. Watching the video alone makes your head spin. Just imagine the view from the driver's perspective. The video has no sound, but we all know exactly what both drivers said at that moment. Another day, another failed escape attempt for the wheel.
Отключено внешнее питание.
Волки гуляют.
This wolf has really bright headlights too.
Здорово, волчара! Пожрать что ли, да? Да.
He had neither the patience nor the time to wait for the right moment to turn. It might seem funny from the outside, but this life hack really works. Hello everyone.
¡Bote lampón! ¡Bote lampón! ¡Bote lampón, güey! ¿Qué le digo?
Cae, cae. Cae, 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 cae.
Every heavy machinery operator has a second birthday, and today, this guy is celebrating his.
Hold on to that ladder.
Tell me they're working.
Guys, every single one of you.
A reminder to get a good insurance.
Hij maakt al net geen salto. Maar goed, hè?
The strangest attachment to a chainsaw you've ever come across.
Bro, check the torque on this thing, bro. Holy shit. Bro, try that out. Try that.
The plan was almost flawless. It's not just a blow to the fence, but to the career as well. This is what working under tight deadlines really looks like. I suppose I should stop complaining about my awkward working conditions. What is he measuring there? The height of the new foundation?
Where's the rest of my food?
Quite weird waiters they have here.
Motor adjust nada. Motor adjust nada, Irania. Motor adjust nada. Motor tudo bem adjust nada, Japão. Allahu Akbar.
With every passing second, it feels more and more like a derby. Bad logistics can lead to situations more terrifying than anything a horror writer could come up with. Looks like he bit off a bit more than he could chew. Not many people are as passionate about their job. Doubled the production in just one move. Still, he has a long way to go before reaching that worker's level. Do you think they need some help? The next time you want to complain about a rough work day, remember those guys on the barge in Mumbai.
Semua ada kuota lain kan?
Oh, semua ada kuota.
I'd love to see how they'd handle it if a client asked for something like that. We finally found a video from the apartment of your neighbour above. Does this hack work on tile too?
Қызық болайын деп тұр. Міне азамат, міне тұлға. Бәле бар ма? Бала-шаға қайтындасыңдар?
Here's why it's not a good idea to work with your friends.
Съемка, братан. Братан, съемка жүріп жатқан. Нормально, ассалам қойсыздар.
Que le queda otra más.
The plan wasn't without flaws. In fact, it was almost entirely made up of them.
Muy bien. Esto es mogo. Muy bien, este es mogo. ¿Sabes? Este es mogo.
Acho que você cabe na minha isolação, Zé.
I have to admit, this truck drives itself better than a lot of drivers out there. people worked before deadlines were invented. I feel they might need some backup. Along with this window, he opened himself up to the world of searching for new job openings. The driver of this beast deserves extra pay for being so cool. He may not be the best worker, but he's a masterful slacker.
Натягивай его! Зашибись!
А вот еще пришли посмотреть подоконник. А тут раз. И вот так.
If you love sitting on a window seat, here's a video just for you.
Ставят людям окна. Эркерной трубы нет. И подоконник просто на соплях держится.
The manufacturing technologies here are still far from perfect.
No, ya hubiera agotado.
Espérate. No, no agotar porque ya lo estoy teniendo.
No hace nada, güey.
No hace nada, güey.
Just a reminder why women live longer.
¡Ay, tu madre, güey! ¡Güey!
The driver received an unexpected notification about the boom gate being left up.
We ben even live voor de post te halen met bingo. Ja, die heeft een trailer, die heeft de krek even achter mij kukkelen. Ik kom krek even nadenken. Dan zal ik even zien wat nummer het is. Nummer 30.
These conditions are ridiculous. How can anyone possibly sleep with so much noise? Fates decided to teach him a lesson. But he skipped it. Anyone who's ever done a home renovation with someone else knows this situation all too well.
Twee kosten tala fela. Fela osan. Çekme daha. Çekme.
Tonight we steal the moon!
Their employer must be quite the villain. Equipment that's safe to hand over to an intern. you accidentally drank diesel fuel instead of water?
Top, beautiful results.
Young little boy. Young little Ojalá me vea mi patrón. Ojalá me vea mi patrón para que me dé un bono. Vienen bien puliditos. Ojalá me vea mi patrón.
Hello everyone. Today we're embarking on a journey to explore some of the planet's most spectacular cliffs and geological phenomena. We'll see the awe-inspiring Giant's Causeway, massive monoliths, and other breathtaking natural marvels, all shaped by volcanic forces, erosion, and tectonic shifts. Let's get it on. Meet Keurig Bolton, perhaps the world's most famous boulder. This massive rock fragment is wedged tightly in a mountain crevice at the summit of Mount Keurig in southern Norway. It measures 5 cubic meters, weighs around 15 tons, and sits an incredible 1,110 meters above sea level. But the most thrilling part? The abyss beneath it, a sheer drop of 984 meters. According to geologists, the boulder is made of gneiss, a tough metamorphic rock, and has been lodged between the cliffs for about 50,000 years, around the time when our ancestors first left Africa. The surface of Keurig Bolton is relatively flat, making it easy to walk on. However, there's usually a line to get onto the boulder for a photo, as it's a popular spot. There are no handrails or safety nets. Each visitor climbs at their own risk. Though guides advise against stepping onto the rock with another person, that guideline is often ignored. The Al Naslar rock formation, located in the desert near the town of Tabuk in Saudi Arabia, has become a major attraction, intriguing both visitors and geologists who come up with all sorts of theories. The cause of the fascination is obvious. This 10-meter tall sandstone rock is bizarrely split in half and rests neatly on small pedestals. The first European to describe this stone was the French explorer Charles Hubert during his 1883 expedition. He also discovered petroglyphs, depictions of animals and humans, estimated to be around 4,000 years old. This region has been inhabited since the Bronze Age, and its history is marked by the influence of many civilizations, including the ancient Egyptians. This only adds to the number of theories. For centuries, it was a key trade route connecting Damascus to Medina. Some argue that ancient people tried to carve 2 statues from the rock using traditional sawing methods, while others are convinced that only a laser could have made such a flawless cut. Could Al-Nasla have split due to natural causes? Scientists believe there's a chance this could have happened as well. Cherry Lewis, a geologist at the University of Bristol, suggested that the Al-Nasla phenomenon could be the result of water freezing and melting in a tiny crack. Over thousands or even millions of years, this process could split not just the rock, but an entire mountain. Deep in Wyoming's Belle Fourche River Valley, an extraordinary geological feature with a sinister name captures the attention of every traveler. The Devil's Tower, a towering monolith standing 265 meters tall, features a base nearly 1.5 kilometers wide. Made of resilient volcanic rocks such as porphyry and phonolite, its unusual shape leaves a lasting impression. About 50 million years ago, the Devil's Tower formed from a magma flow that rose from deep within the Earth and solidified into impressive hexagonal columns. The formation of these columns, known in science as Bernard cells, is an example of the remarkable self-organization that can occur in nature. The key to their formation lies in a specific temperature gradient, where the magma heats from below while the surface cools from above. In the distant past, the monolith wasn't towering above the Earth's surface, but lay buried in the layers of sandstone and alurite, soft sedimentary rocks. Over time, however, as weathering and erosion took their toll, the Devil's Tower gradually rose until it became the dominant feature of the landscape. In the cultures of Native American tribes, the tower has held great significance. For centuries, it served as a site for rituals. Wave Rock is a truly unique natural wonder, unlike anything else in the world. Located 350 kilometers east of Perth, the capital of Western Australia, this natural granite formation has a striking half-circle shape. It's massive, stretching over 110 meters long and towering more than 15 meters high. This rock's perfectly smooth structure and gentle curves make it look just like a frozen tsunami wave. This natural sculpture draws thousands of tourists and photography enthusiasts every year. Its layered vertical stripes shift colors with the light, from gray to reddish and yellow hues. This unique formation emerged due to geological processes that spanned millions of years. During the Cretaceous period, water seeped through the soil, eroding softer sections of the granite plate. Later, tectonic shifts created a distinct tilt and exposed the rock. From there, rain, river waters, and temperature changes sculpted it to perfection, creating the iconic concave shape. According to another theory from the indigenous people, the Wave Rock is actually a mark left by a giant rainbow serpent who once drank all the water on Earth. Trolltunga is a rock formation on Mount Skjegedal in Norway, perfectly positioned for breathtaking shots. Located 700 meters above the ground, it overlooks the stunning northern landscape and a beautiful lake. This geological feature is part of ancient bedrock formed during the last ice age, about 10,000 years ago. As glacial water froze in the cracks of the mountain, it broke off large jagged pieces, which were then carried away by the glacier. Over the past decade, Trolltunga has transformed from a natural phenomenon mostly visited by climbers and professional travelers into a national symbol. The number of people who hike the 27-kilometer trail to stand on the famous rock ledge has increased 100-fold. The hike is quite challenging, taking you over rough terrain and with a significant altitude gain. Also, the weather's often cold, with snow sometimes lingering on the mountain even in the summer. Balance is a familiar concept for the people of Zimbabwe. In this African country, there are remarkable rock formations everywhere. Imposing granite boulders balance to top each other. Matobo, where these formations are especially common, has been designated a national park and is part of UNESCO's World Heritage List. These balancing stones go back to ancient times. Around 3.5 billion years ago, this region was a hotspot of intense volcanic activity. Over time, these curious rock formations emerged from ancient lava lakes, weathered into their unique shapes. Beyond their geological history, the Matobo rocks carry a profound human legacy. From the early Stone Age up to the start of our era, they served as natural shelters and preserved a remarkable legacy of rock paintings. Even with all the advancements of mankind, nature is still the most brilliant architect and sculptor. Take a moment to admire the breathtaking Giant Causeway in Northern Ireland, at the northern edge of the Antrim Plateau. This stunning natural monument, recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site, consists of approximately 40,000 interconnected basalt and andesite columns. Its geometry forms a kind of ramp that begins at the foot of the cliff and extends down into the Irish Sea. The columns stand out due to their perfect shape. Most are hexagonal, and some rise up to 12 meters tall. This structure is common in many igneous rocks, formed by horizontal pressure as massive lava flows cool on the Earth's surface. It's much like the way a thick layer of mud dries in a puddle. This is exactly what occurred on this plateau when an underwater volcano erupted here about 50 million years ago. Now, the Giant's Causeway is Northern Ireland's main attraction. Every year, tens of thousands of visitors come here to explore the tops of towering rock columns, enjoying the stunning coastal views, and experience the incredible energy that pulses from the searing depths of the Earth. This stone elephant seems more like the work of a surrealist artist, but that doesn't make it any less impressive. The Elephant Rock, a natural arch, is located at the eastern entrance of the Valley of Fire State Park in Nevada, about an hour-and-a-half drive from Las Vegas. It's one of the best places in the world to witness the power of erosion as a shaping force of the landscape. The valley was formed about 150 million years ago due to the movement of sand dunes. The striking shapes of figures, arches and columns made from colorful sandstone, rich in iron compounds that now adorn the desert, demonstrate the enormous power of wind and sand in shaping the landscape. In addition to rock artifacts, the Valley of Fire is home to rare fossilized trees and archaeological sites, including petroglyphs from various periods. Tsingy de Bemaraha is a stunning nature reserve on the island of Madagascar, famous for its untouched landscapes. The best way to describe it is as a stone forest, and I'm sure you can understand why. This unique type of terrain, which can't be found anywhere else in the world, is known as Tsingy, consisting of limestone rock formations marked by countless vertical crevices. The jagged peaks and numerous sharp angles make the terrain nearly impassable for anyone without specialized gear. In areas where people are scarce, perfect conditions arise for wildlife, making the Tsingy de Bemaraha a true paradise for many rare species, including the largest lemurs, the Indri. The origin of the geological phenomenon of Tsingy remains a mystery. It's likely the result of intense weathering of karst formations, but how exactly this happened is hard to imagine. One theory suggests that in ancient times, volcanic activity triggered prolonged and acidic rains, which then reacted chemically with the rocks. Kumakivi, which translates from Finnish as strange stone, is a natural monument located in a forest in southeastern Finland. It's a true natural oddity, a boulder weighing around 500 tons and standing 5 meters tall, mysteriously balancing on a perfectly smooth cliff. It likely came to rest in this unusual position about 12,000 years ago, when a glacier retreated, and so far, nothing has disturbed its balance. The Antelope Canyon in Arizona is a photographer's paradise. The smooth red-orange curves of the rock, illuminated by gentle light, create a magical atmosphere and an unmatched texture for photographs. Both the upper and lower canyons share the same origin: massive natural cracks in the red sandstone formed over hundreds of thousands of years by the forces of water and wind. Occasionally, every few years, heavy rains cause flash floods that completely submerge the canyons, demonstrating erosion in action. During these events, it's extremely dangerous to be inside, which is why tours only take place when the weather forecast is favorable. The Upper Antelope Canyon, 200 meters long and 37 meters deep, is particularly popular among tourists, since it doesn't require any climbing. The Lower Canyon, however, attracts those who aren't afraid of challenges. The path is longer and narrower, and at some points it's impossible to stand up straight. Additionally, visitors must climb several stairways along the way. Mount Roraima is part of the Guiana Shield in South America, located at the junction of three countries: Brazil, Venezuela, and Guyana. This territorial spread is not surprising, because Roraima is a tepui, a type of flat-topped mountain found in this region. The name Tepui comes from the Piman language, and it means home of the gods. These peaks stand like isolated giants, towering over the jungles and valleys with their sheer, inaccessible cliffs. Their unusual shape, quite different from regular mountains, is due to their origin as remnants of a vast plateau that stretch from the Atlantic Ocean to the basins of the Amazon and Orinoco rivers 200 million years ago. The plateau was formed from sandstone resting on a granite foundation back when South America and Africa were one continent. Over time, erosion wore away the softer rocks, giving rise to the majestic tabletop mountains that now rise high above the surrounding land. The relative height of Mount Roraima is 2,338 meters. Climbing such an unusual peak is no easy task. For many years, people could only guess what kind of life existed in this isolated region. The first successful ascent of Mount Roraima was made in 1884 by a British expedition led by Everard M. Thurn. Sometimes, nature breaks its own rules, covering the land in a brilliant array of colors. One spectacular example is Vinicunca, the Rainbow Mountain in the Peruvian Andes. Sitting at 5,200 meters above sea level, it lies among snowy summits and turquoise lakes, about 100 kilometers from Cusco. A vast number of rock layers, combined with the influence of climate and underground waters, have transformed the slopes of Vinicunca into a vibrant, rainbow-colored stratified formation. It's a truly breathtaking sight. And these are the Tabriz Mountains in Iran that cover an area of about 70 square kilometers. The diverse mineral content, full of precious ores, paints the rocky terrain in pastel shades of red, white, yellow, grey, and orange. In Tasman Bay, just off the coast of New Zealand, there's a charming rock formation called Split Apple Rock. The name couldn't be more fitting. As Maori legend has it, this impressive rock formation came about from a contest between gods to see whose hands were mightier. Scientists propose a different theory. They believe that a crack in this ancient 120-million-year-old boulder was slowly widened by rain and waves from the Tasman Sea. Now, the striking Split Apple Rock draws countless visitors, especially because at low tide you can wade right up to it for a close-up view. Silfra Fissure is a major tectonic fault in the Earth's crust, located in Thingvallavatn Lake within Thingvellir National Park in Iceland. It marks the boundary between the North American and Eurasian tectonic plates. The rift and the entire valley were formed through a series of tectonic shifts. The plates move apart by 2 centimeters every year, creating tension in the layers above and causing earthquakes. This leads to the formation of cracks, faults, and caves which get flooded by glacial waters. It's a truly unique natural site where you can witness geological processes on a global scale. Furthermore, the cool waters of Silfra are ideal for diving, reaching a depth of 63 meters and offering outstanding visibility. Spread across 400 square kilometers in southeastern China's Yunnan province, the remarkable stone forest took shape over 270 million years. This area was once a shallow sea, and as the waters withdrew, erosion transformed the sandstone and limestone layers into an awe-inspiring karst landscape that is now a UNESCO World Heritage Site. In this natural park, you'll find towering rock columns up to 40 meters high, rugged cliffs, fascinating stalactites and stalagmites, underground rivers, and sprawling caves. With thick forests and a unique ecosystem, it's a place that could be studied for years. It's no surprise it became a popular destination as early as the Ming Dynasty in the 17th century. On the border between Europe and Asia in the Ural Mountains lies the Manpupuna Plateau, which translates from the Mansi language as Little Mountain of Idols. The sweeping panorama of this remote, untouched landscape stirs a sense of awe and mystical wonder. Set against an endless sky and deserted valleys, bizarre stone pillars rise up, truly resembling frozen giants. The geological landmark consists of one large isolated rock formation and 6 smaller pillars arranged in a row at the edge of a cliff. Can you believe it? These towering giants reach up to 40 meters. Scientifically speaking, these objects are known as remnants. They're isolated rock masses that resisted weathering, while the surrounding weaker rocks were worn away. The durability of the columns, made of sericite quartzite slates, can be traced back to a time when they formed as molten lava flows that rose from below and filled in the voids of the surrounding weaker rocks. Visiting Manpupuna is an incredible experience for travelers who want to connect with the untamed nature of this rugged region and feel the power of the stone pillars that have withstood the forces of nature for centuries. The marble caves of Patagonia are a breathtaking marvel of nature that can amaze anyone who lays eyes on them. Located on the shores of Lake General Carrera, which sits on the border between Chile and Argentina in the Patagonian Andes, but in reality, the true architect is the lake's turquoise waters. For 6,000 years, water has carved 3 stunning interiors from limestone and marble, which are now known as a cave, a cathedral, and a chapel. The only way to reach these majestic chambers is by taking a challenging boat ride across the lake. The best time to do this is on a sunny morning when the light streams into the flooded grottos, dancing and reflecting off the smooth, iridescent walls. It's hard to believe that these perfectly round stone spheres were created without human involvement. The Moeraki boulders were first discovered in 1850 on Koakohi Beach in the Otago region, located on the southeast coast of New Zealand's South Island. In an area no larger than 300 meters, hundreds of these spherical stones, ranging from 0.5 to 2.2 meters across, lie scattered along the shore. However, the Maori had known about these mysterious boulders long before, and believed that they were remnants of baskets that fell from a giant canoe. Scientists believe that there's nothing supernatural about the perfect shape of the Moeraki boulders. Such shapes are common in concretions, which are mineral aggregates that typically form and grow in porous sedimentary rocks like sand and clay. However, the Maaraki boulders formed 5 million years ago in argillite, a much stronger rock, which likely allowed them to grow to such large sizes. These concretions are made of mud, fine sand and clay, all cemented together with calcite. Interestingly, they are of great interest to paleontologists, as they often contain fossilized remains of animals and plants. Today, Maaraki Boulders is a conservation area and one of the top natural attractions in New Zealand. If you're a fan of sweets, you'll find this geological phenomenon absolutely fascinating. No wonder the valley on the Philippine island of Bohol is called the Chocolate Hills. Covering 50 square kilometers, the area is dotted with countless hills that look remarkably alike and are smooth in texture. There are anywhere from 1,260 to 1,776 of them, with heights ranging from 30 to 120 meters. The hills are covered with lush green grass, which turns brown during the dry season, making them look like a scattered collection of tempting truffle candies. This unique and captivating landscape has long been a popular tourist destination and a symbol of Bohol province, appearing on its flag. In 1988, the Philippine government declared the Chocolate Hills a National Geological Monument. From a geological standpoint, the valley is marked by pronounced conical karst relief, created by rivers and streams that once ran through the limestone deposits above the sea level. Over time, the water withdrew, leaving behind this unusual landscape. For those who find this explanation too dull, there's a romantic local legend too. It says that the hills are the frozen tears of a giant who mourns the death of his beloved. Sometimes stones go beyond being just geological formations and become cultural symbols or even sacred objects. The Kyaiktiyo Pagoda in Myanmar is a prime example. A Buddhist structure over 5 meters high, it sits on top of a granite rock that teeters on a cliff's edge, its surface covered in gold leaves. According to legend, the mighty spirits place the stone atop the mountain, and its balance is maintained by a strand of Buddha's hair hidden within the pagoda. The positioning of the boulder seems to defy gravity itself. It's said that 2 people can easily rock the golden rock back and forth. Yet, as it remains unmoved, a steady stream of pilgrims continues to visit, covering the rock with countless gold leaf sheets. In the northwest of Ireland, south of Raphoe, lies a place where the stones hold the memory of ancient Celtic history. The Beltany Stone Circle, dating back to the Bronze Age, was built between 2100 and 700 BC. With a diameter of about 50 meters, it's made of up to 64 stones, each standing as tall as a person. According to historians, the original complex contained around 20 more stones, but over the centuries, local people took them for construction purposes. Today, the Beltany Circle is the focus of academic research and a pilgrimage site for those interested in the spiritual culture of past eras. At the center of the circle, atop a hill, stands a small mound, where archaeologists discovered cremated remains and a stone sculpture of a deity. The stones bear ancient symbols. Some are decorated with cup-shaped or circular carvings, while others feature designs resembling constellations. It's likely that the circle was a significant ceremonial site, tied to major astronomical events such as the summer and winter solstices, as well as the equinoxes. The Vestmannaeyjar Archipelago, located on the southern shores of Iceland, is made up of 14 islands with a total area of only 21 square kilometers. These islands were created by volcanic eruptions, and the volcanic activity continues, meaning the number of islands might grow in the future. The archipelago is famous for its black volcanic rocks with unusual shapes. However, Among them, Elephant Rock stands out the most. It's located on Jaime, the largest and only inhabited island in the archipelago. A rock formation resembling an elephant drinking water was formed recently during the 1973 eruption of the Eldfell volcano. The basalt's color in particular makes it even more lifelike, resembling the color of a real elephant. Though only 50 years have passed since the eruption, the stone elephant has already become a cult landmark, surrounded by numerous myths and legends. The most original of these was created by Lovecraft fans, who managed to see the features of their beloved monster Cthulhu in this charming elephant. Bufador de Peñascola is a unique spot in Spain where a geological anomaly blends seamlessly with a historical landmark. Located by the Balearic Sea, this place is home to a castle built by the Knights Templar around the turn of the 13th and 14th centuries. The castle has a rich history tied to the Catholic Church, but today its fame comes not from that, but from the bufador, a Spanish term for a blowhole that creates strange sounds and showers tourists with water. This happens because a 64-meter-long sea cave opens into one of the castle's courtyards. When the sea starts to get rough, the sounds become increasingly eerie, and during a storm, a massive column of water can burst through an opening, shaking even the ancient stone walls of the castles with its force. For those who crave even more excitement, they can venture into the cave from the seaside and explore it, at least partially. Hello everyone! The owners were astonished when they checked the video from their security camera and didn't recognize their own dog. When a big bear came near the house, tiny Ellie turned into a courageous watchdog. The thief really believed he could easily climb over the fence, take what he wanted and just walk away. Unfortunately for him, the owners had a loyal companion and guard on their side. The dog was so clever that it not only scared off the intruder, but also gave him a chance to think it over and leave. However, the guy didn't appreciate the kind gesture, forcing the dog to take more direct action. The elephant noticed that a group of lions posed a threat to some nearby people. Determined to prevent trouble, he bravely approached the predators and chased them away. Although the lions could have easily attacked him, the elephant wasn't afraid. His priority was to protect the humans. The story shows that dogs don't always act as protectors, and cats aren't necessarily indifferent. In this scene, a dog chased after a child who was calmly riding his bike. The adults nearby ignored the situation, but the cat saw the terrified child and instantly dashed to his rescue. Shepherd dogs are usually responsible for keeping an eye on the herd and finding lost animals. But this pup is not just a herder, he's also a top-notch guard dog. Just look, a full-grown wolf is running for its life from a puppy not even a year old. It seems like he's already earned the title of Employee of the Month. At that moment, even the human didn't quite understand what was going on. However, it wasn't long before the criminal revealed his true intentions. The two were startled and briefly panicked, but their dog, the brave creature, realized it was time to take action and chase the thief away. The dog didn't even need to call the police. You might wonder what two dogs could possibly do against a savage beast. Just see for yourself.
Ну, две собаки это лучше, чем одна. Дима, отходим потихонечку назад. Эй! 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 Мы потихоньку отваливаем направо-то. Короче, пусть он ими занимается, пошли домой.
The dogs made it clear to the bear that it wouldn't get close to the people. Let's give a round of applause to those brave souls.
О, молодцы, молодцы, все, валим, 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 валим. Валим, 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 валим. Давай, 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 давай. До свидания, Плохо, это плохо, это плохо, это плохо. Сейчас, сейчас. Красавчик. Тилька, молодец. Ко мне!
The snake could sneak up unnoticed, but not when there's a cat around, which seems to have the soul of a genuine Black Panther. The lionesses thought that they could enjoy a tasty meal of a young buffalo today. But they underestimated what a mother is willing to do to protect her child. Just look at how fiercely the female buffalo fights back. Those predators will be lucky to get away with just a few horn jabs. The hawk thought that he'd found an easy target, but he was wrong. His plan could have worked if it weren't for the rooster that immediately charged in to protect the hen. It's hard to tell at first glance which bird is the predator. Here's how a superhero truly makes an entrance. Out of nowhere, and just when you need them the most. One sound from the mother giraffe was all it took for the lioness to abandon her attempt to attack the calf. You may be the queen of the jungle, but this time, maternal instinct proved stronger. The girl suddenly felt faint and started to sway, but her devoted dog jumped into action right away, keeping her from falling. In an instant, the dog knew exactly what to do. A real hero. It's no secret that elephants are among the smartest animals on the planet, but this video proves they're also incredibly caring. Sure, your dog can follow commands like give paw and sit, but does it know how to be vigilant around ATMs and to keep shady characters at a distance from you? At that moment, luck was on the man's side twice. First, he was close enough to the door to escape in a couple of seconds, and second, he was friends with a local dog. That's why it quickly rushed to chase the burglars away from his house. Two criminals planned to attack a man and snatch his bag. They'd already crept up close, but their plan was thwarted by a dog who immediately sensed the danger and scared them off. A real superhero. Although this scene might be staged, the dog's courage and commitment to defend its owner are entirely real. This dog is like a movie star that could take on a group of bad guys all by itself. The cat decided to make it clear once and for all, raising your voice at his owner is a big mistake. With such a fearless feline around, there's no need for extra security. Cats are just as fiercely protective when it comes to defending their fellow felines from harm. Robbing this house would be an impossible mission, thanks to the dog that acts as both a security alarm and a guard. No one but the homeowners could get past such a vigilant protector. The mother thought it best to subtly remind the creature that she was too fierce to allow her baby to be hurt. While chickens are usually considered skittish animals, this rooster's ready to challenge that notion. Check out his fearless stance against the hawk. Zebras are typically easy prey for lions, especially when it comes to a young foal. But that's not the case when its mother's nearby. These criminals have a clear plan. They wait for someone to open the gates, then they slip into the house. But what awaited them in the backyard was an unexpected surprise. The dog didn't even have to try hard. Just barking a couple of times was enough to send those two running off, never to return. Crossing the road in a busy area is challenging for anyone, but especially for the elderly. One heroic dog understood this and dashed into the street to help a pedestrian cross safely. What an impressive act of selflessness. That day, the little ducklings saw a fearless protector who could single-handedly chase away a large heron. From that moment on, their mother's authority grew immensely. A cobra's bite is not only excruciating, but life-threatening. In mere minutes, it can paralyze the heart and lungs of a person. Now, picture what could happen to a tiny animal. But this mongoose wasn't about to give up without a fight, dodging the deadly strikes like Neo dodges bullets. The thief thought that he could just walk into the house and take whatever he wanted, but no one had ever gotten past this tough security unnoticed. If anyone tries to rob this guy, they'll have to run from a big Doberman. Thankfully, the dog knows how to prioritize. Rather than biting the intruder, he returns the stolen goods to his owner. The best way to protect your home from burglars is to get a dog as brave as this one. No burglar will get through.
Holy shit.
Yeah?
The owners of the house instructed their dog, "Don't let anyone in." The dog understood the assignment and decided that it also included giant lizards. Did you know that some animals have actual jobs? For example, this cat is a trained rescuer. He's been taught to find people who are hidden from view, like those trapped under snow after an avalanche. In situations like these, human rescuers often rely on their four-legged partners. Thanks to their keen sense of smell, they can pinpoint a person's location with incredible accuracy. Without them, the search could take several times longer.
He's not eating the cat.
I wish I had my cat.
Why is she running?
This is insane.
In Turkey, there's a special military unit made up of several dozen dogs trained for search and rescue operations. These four-legged heroes are so effective that they were called in to help after a major earthquake. Thanks to their efforts, 78 people were found alive under the rubble and successfully rescued. While the animals may not fully understand the significance of their work, they are true heroes. At first glance, honey badgers don't seem all that brave, but these two proved how deceiving appearances can be. Even when attacked by a group of predators, the honey badgers refused to give up. They were outmatched in strength, but their courage and determination still won the day. Birds of prey need to keep in mind that they shouldn't mess with geese. Just one attempt to harm a gosling can provoke a fierce reaction. Don't be fooled by the way this dog happily wags its tail. It's not in the mood to play at all. Right now, its only goal is to protect the home and its owners from the wild beast.
Из меня обычно
старается вечером сходить погулять и до 9 часов домой. Да? Он скребется обычно.
At first glance, it seems like the cat's taking a rest while the dog keeps an eye on things, but it's actually the opposite. In this duo, the cat's the one responsible for security. Turns out he has the bravery of a tiger.
Рыжий. Геля, угомонись. Рыжий. Мамочки. Геля. В глаз попала. Геля, будь пират. Иди сюда.
Who do you think is scarier, a hissing snake or a fluffy cat? The snake was caught off guard. He definitely didn't think the cat would not only stay calm, but also give it a few whacks. To this fearless fluff ball, it wasn't a dangerous reptile, just a toy.
Еще один.
The operator confidently approached the little calf in front of its mother, but she quickly made it clear that his wildlife observation session was over.
О, чуть не побил меня. Мамаша, наверное.
If I were the robber, I wouldn't dare to try and rob this girl. Just check out her dog, it's all business. Judging by the shaky camera, it seems the owner was just as surprised by his cat's boldness. But now he knows there's nothing to fear with him around. Ever learned how to do CPR? Well, you're in luck. This pal's about to show you how it's done. The dog doesn't just know how to provide first aid, it reacts quickly and does an amazing job. Well done. The girl's parents wanted to see how their dog would react if someone tried to abduct their child. They staged a scenario, and the dog didn't disappoint.
Come with me. Come with me.
Even two criminals couldn't take the child away.
I'm not afraid of your dog. Come with me.
Now that's what I call a top-notch bodyguard.
Ой.
Перепутал детей.
Ой, 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 ой. Ой, так вот. Ой, ой, так вот. Раз такое вижу.
With such a guardian watching over the little one, there's no need to worry about his safety.
Моня, ты видел?
This heartwarming scene once again shows how sensitive and compassionate animals can be. An elderly man struggled to keep his balance as he walked with a cane. Fortunately, a dog stepped in to help by standing on the other side, almost as if offering a shoulder to lean on. It's no wonder the dog was celebrated as a hero on local television.
Давай, давай, толкай, хозяин. Устал, да?
Mactus, a shepherd dog, has become a local attraction. He assists his elderly owner in moving around in a wheelchair.
Как зовут его, дед? Как зовут собаку? Мактус, красавчик.
Although the man could manage the wheels himself, it can be quite tiring. So, Mactus pushes the chair and helps him get where he needs to go faster. It's a perfect example of why dogs are known as man's best friends.